Hey guys, I'm so excited. I'm gonna do a pick a card reading. Um, yeah, if you've never done a pick a card, basically I'll show you the three cards and you can pick a pile and then you go to the timestamp for that card and that's your reading. Um, yeah, I love this format and I'll show you the tiles right now. So these are the three piles, three cards. We've got pile 1, the sun, pile 2, Gemini, and pile 3, the moon. So you can pick based on really anything, the image on the card, the words, maybe the cards remind you of something. Just use your intuition and don't put too much pressure on yourself. You can always listen to multiple piles. And yeah, once you find which one speaks to you, you can check the timestamp in the description and go to your reading. And I'll see you there. Okay, so if you picked tile 1, the sun, it's quite bright. But if you picked the sun, then this is your reading. So okay, immediately coming out is death. So there's some kind of rebirth happening here. It might be in terms of how you express yourself. There might be a rebirth happening. Yeah, a death to an old way of expression, or maybe death to lack of expression, and a reincarnation of, or a rebirth of how you express yourself and how you express yourself in love, with the Queen of Cups coming out. So yes, you're having a rebirth in terms of how you express yourself in love. The sun, you might be a Leo. There's some Leo energy here. You're very independent. You're very independent and you've built a very stable foundation for yourself. You're content. You're taken care of. You like the work that you do. You may not feel a complete sense of fulfillment here, but you're very content. You're happy for the most part. But you might be kind of longing for this next step of sharing that with a person, because there's a lot of independence here. Yeah. Or at least in your most recent past. And you have the Magician coming out. So like, you are a master manifester. You're really good at creating what you want. You're really good at that. And I'm seeing this rebirth and how you express yourself in love as a way of manifesting the love that you want. The love that you want. The companionship, the family. Oh, with the Emperor coming out. Yeah, King energy. I feel like I'm speaking to a male collective here. But yeah, you're ready to embody the Emperor, I think, in your relationships. I think in your romantic relationships. But there's this rebirth happening around that. And by embodying the Emperor, it means like you're ready to make a decision about what you want and to go for it. You're ready to have and receive, just the love that you want. The love that you want. That I'm feeling kind of a hesitancy to admit that you even want that. But you do, because you're coming out as the Emperor. Like, there's something really strong and powerful inside of you that really wants love and partnership and companionship and union with a very special person, with someone very special. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Swords coming out, related to this rebirth. So, there's an energy of like laying down your sword when it comes to bringing in this love fulfillment. And by laying down your sword, it's like you're kind of giving up the fight a little bit. I think that's where this rebirth might need to happen. Like there's kind of an energy of giving up too early, giving up when the fight like hasn't even, and I say fight, but it's like, you know, love is a decision. Love doesn't just fall into our laps. It's like one of the greatest gifts of being alive. So yeah, it's not going to just fall into your lap. Just like all things worth having, it requires effort. It requires risk taking. It requires, moving through your fears, doing things, you know, a little scared, putting your pride on the line a little bit. Risking. It requires risk. It requires risk. And yeah, it seems like there's this kind of energy of like refusing to take the risks, even though you really want this. You really want this love. You really want this partnership. There is also this energy of refusing to grieve over what had been previously created. So I'm kind of getting there might have been a love. Yeah, there was like a love in your life that had a lot of promise and that had a lot of creation like energy in it, like a partner that you really saw yourself building a life with and building things of value and of substance with. And maybe that not being in your life anymore, but kind of refusing to grieve it anymore. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe you've grieved enough. But maybe there is some stuck energy also. Maybe there's some grief that you still need to let go of. Because this is all about expression. It's all about a rebirth in how you express yourself. So maybe there's still some things you need to express. And that doesn't mean you need to express it to, you know, a person from your past. But maybe you just need to express it to yourself or to a friend or to your mom. I don't know. Two of Swords. Yeah. This is a decision. At the end of the day, life is just full of decisions. It's all, and love doesn't fall into our laps. It's a decision. Even the Lover's card in Tarot, in the traditional Tarot deck, it can be interpreted interpreted as do you hear that? It's like a clown car. That's confirmation of something. The Lovers is a decision. It's both. It symbolizes love and partnership and union, but it's also the symbol for a decision. It's a decision that needs to be made. So there's a decision that you need to make in terms of expressing yourself in love, and there's a rebirth in how you express yourself. I think part of that has to do with expressing grief. It does. It has to do with expressing grief, allowing yourself to recognize that grief is sometimes part of the creation process, and you're going to be able to manifest more, and more is going to be able to come through you if you can let this energy go of grief. And what I mean by let it go is I feel it. You have to feel the feeling to let it go. You can't, I think sometimes there's this like misconception that letting go is like suppressing or hiding or moving away from. Like, let it go, like forget about it. Forgetting about an emotion that's there is just burying it deeper and making it harder to find and more toxic on your system. You have to acknowledge the emotions and feel them for yourself, not intellectualize them, not explain them, not talk about them. Maybe talking about them helps you feel it, but at the end of the day, the thing that really needs to happen is that you need to feel the emotion, and you need to meet the emotion with another part of yourself, the adult part of yourself, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, another part of yourself, a more grounded, stable, mature part of yourself that can nurture that feeling, that can tell the feeling what it wants and what it needs. Oh, and then with the artist at the bottom of the deck. So this is also part of your art. Like, and it's gonna propel your art. The expression of this grief or these negative feelings, allowing yourself to feel them. Yeah, this love is available to you. It's right in front of you, actually. It's just like right under your nose. But yeah, there has to be some expression here. And right under your nose in terms of like, it could be someone you haven't met yet. It could be someone you know. It doesn't matter who it is, but it's like you can't even if you met the person, you wouldn't even be able to know that it was them, because this refusal to work with your grief is holding you back from recognizing the people that you could love and the people that could love you. Yeah, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. That was really interesting. That was really cool. That was the sun. So I hope you liked your reading. Express yourself. Feel your feelings. It's okay. And yeah, we'll move on to pile 2. Okay. Cool. So if you picked pile 2, Gemini, then this is your reading. This is what it looks like. The Gemini card. Ooh, it's kind of bright. Can you see it? I don't know. Gemini's cool. Gemini's very curious. It's all about communication. It's also related to Mercury, the planet Mercury, all about communication and intellect. And yeah, Geminis are very charming. Gemini is a very charming sign, very talkative, good at expressing themselves, just good at conversation, good at connecting with people. So this might be something to do with your communication, your curiosity, your ability to network, even how you structure your kind of internal thought system. Your filing cabinet. Is your brain a filing cabinet? Is it a tree? Is it a house with many rooms? Aha, we have the well coming out immediately. So this card is all about creation. Creation and the great mystery of creation. So like co-creation, like the whole thing where, you know, we work with the universe to create the things, the beautiful things in our life. It's not that the universe creates for us. We work with the universe, but there are forces, you know, outside of us that meet us with the amount of energy and focus that we're putting in. The universe gives us that back. So interesting. I have the Page of Wands coming out. Yeah, so this is about a creative project that you might be at the beginning of, or a new idea. It could even be a new relationship, something passionate, something that you're very passionate about, something that is really exciting, some kind of journey that you're at the beginning of. So you might be, wondering how the universe is going to co-create with you. And they're saying, like, you might need a lot of strength at this time. A lot of faith. There's a lion here, so there's some Leo energy. Confidence to say how you feel. To ask for what you want. To ask for what you want from your team. You have a team, like there's people around you that really want to help you. There's people around you that really want to help you and that also need your help. So they can't just help you. It can't go one way. It has to be that all of you are working together, but you're going to get a lot farther working in a team than working alone. You have to work in a team. That's what this whole new paradigm is about. Like, you're going to get so much farther if you can be of service to your community, and then in turn let your community be of service to you. Yeah, because there's this energy right now that you're kind of refusing to participate. You're kind of isolating yourself. And this is in terms of networking and like working with people that you want to work with. Like every time you see someone that you can work with, you run into them like, why are you talking small talk? Why are you talking about, what you did last week? Like, you need to be talking about your projects, your ideas, your dreams, because those are the people that want to work with you. They want to help you and they want you to help them, and you guys can create something beautiful together. Yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune coming out. So, yeah, this could lead to like major fulfillment for you, the completion of a cycle, the receiving of all your wildest dreams. Essentially, there's Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and I think Gemini energy here. Well, there's definitely Gemini energy because it's a Gemini card, but you might be a cardinal sign. Or it might not, it's not really anything to do with what sign you are. It's more that, with the cardinal sign and the Wheel of Fortune, I'm getting kind of like, you've been a little bit stuck. Like you've been a little bit unwilling to move. On something, you've been a bit stubborn about something. You've been stubborn. You've been very stubborn. There's a very stubborn energy here. And if you could just get out of that stubbornness and work with your team, offer your help, receive help, you're going to have a lot more success in this like creative venture. It's going to require strength and humility to ask for help. And even to give your services. It might require some strength and some humility. I hope that makes sense. But there's a really potent energy here. Like you're very, I don't know how else to say this, like you're a very fertile person. Like ideas and projects just kind of flow out of you in this very effortless way. And there might be a desire to create something a little bit more lasting and a little bit more stable, which I think is what this whole journey is about. But you're already really good at creating. There's just this missing element of having some humility and working with people more willingly. I hope that makes sense. I think I'm just going to leave it there. This is a really beautiful energy, like I said, like a very potent energy that you already have. But if you work with your team, you're going to be so much more powerful and so much more stable and grounded and just happy. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to move on to pile 3 now. Awesome. So if you picked pile 3, the moon, then this is your reading. Cool. The moon. So it's definitely some Pisces energy, some Cancer energy here. That doesn't have to be your sign. It could just be the vibe. So kind of a dreamy energy, a very nurturing energy too, dreamy kind of mother energy. So maybe something to do with like your very early childhood. Let's just see. I think that one wanted to come out too. Ooh, okay, a lot of cards coming out. Oh, okay. So there's an energy here of there's union here, there's love, there's marriage. We got the 4 of Wands, so that's the marriage card. And there's also an energy about creation. So that could be creating art. But it's starting with a competitive energy. So there's some kind of competitive environment that you're in right now, related to art, related to creation. It doesn't necessarily have to be art, but there's a competitive energy that you're in. There's a lot of passion involved, a lot of ideas. And in that environment, you're looking for union. You really want this peace and this like, and I see that happening for you. I see that happening for you. You want this peaceful partnership, this peaceful home life, but you kind of are like, you're not there yet. You're still searching, and you're searching in this environment that is very competitive. It's very competitive. And maybe that's something that you're not always conscious of. So you might not always be acknowledging like, this is a high stress environment, and like we're all, maybe a lot of the people in your environment are searching for the same thing. They're looking for their partner, for their like, for their person, and it's like you're all kind of competing with each other to find your person, if that makes sense. Yeah. So there might be a refusal to acknowledge this. There might be a refusal to acknowledge the competition here. Like that there is even a competition going on. Like as you're even like part of the competition and like participating in the competition, there's kind of a refusal to acknowledge that is the environment that you're in and what you're doing. Because there might be some shame around it. Like I'm better than this. Like I shouldn't be, competing for love but you know what? Like that's what love is sometimes. Not love, but that's what life is sometimes. And it maybe requires some fight to find your person. Anything worth having requires struggle. A little bit. Doesn't have to be like this dark thing, but like anything worth having requires sacrifice. Yeah, with the 6 of Pentacles coming out in confirmation, like yeah, it's okay that you're competing right now. It doesn't mean anything about you. Like, it doesn't mean that you don't deserve this union. And it might do you good to acknowledge the competition here and acknowledge that you're all searching for the same thing, that you're all looking for the same thing, and you all want it deeply and passionately. And because I'm seeing this as like friends, like people that you love, but there's still this competitive aspect to it. Oh, lots of cards. Oh, that's maybe too many. Okay, let's see. A lot of energy. Okay. There's kind of like, I don't like it. There's kind of like this like immature energy coming through, like not from you, like from like a suitor or like a love interest. Someone who might have promised you things and is like now like, I can't follow through on that. It's not a cute energy. I don't like it for you. You're much more vibrant than this energy. Ooh. Yeah, there's a grief here. I'm sorry. There's a grief here. This person let you down. This person let you down. But you're still in the arena, baby. There is no point in crying over spilled milk. Let me tell you, as someone that has done plenty of that, there is no point in it. And once you're done crying over the spilled milk, you're just going to be like, why was I crying over it for so long? There's a lot of potential in this environment that you're in to find this union, to find this like divine counterpart, this special person that you want to be with. Yeah, because you're the Empress. You're the Empress. This is the Queen of the deck. Like, what did I say? You have such a beautiful, glowing energy. It's so bright. It's so beautiful. You resonate at such a high frequency. And some people just can't accept it because they're not resonating that high. That's not your fault. And you're so kind, so you kind of want, it's hard for you to leave people behind. There's a person here that you don't want to leave behind. But you're so hot and cool and sweet and like, you're such a special person. You don't need this person that disappointed you. You don't need them. There's a element of kind of like putting them on the pedestal, or maybe having had put them on the pedestal, and like you're working through that. But just like, no, you're that bitch, male or female. Like, you're really special. You're really special. You resonate at a very high frequency. You bring a lot of positivity and light into people's lives. And sometimes that can be difficult because not everyone can meet you there. And so you can feel the pushback of that, of people being frustrated that they can't meet you where you're at the high level energy that you're at. And so, yeah, that actually might be this competition. Literally, the competition is like people competing for you. That's the competition. that's the true competition. And you might be kind of feeling sometimes that you're competing with other people, but the truth of it is that people are competing for you. And you might have maybe some maybe not a huge issue with it, but some problems like knowing where your energy starts and another person's energy starts, where your energy ends and another person's energy starts. So you might be feeling like this energy of these people competing for you, these potential suitors competing for you. But because you're so empathetic and you're so kind and you're so loving and you are vibrate at such a loving, joyful energy, you might be kind of taking on that energy as your own. But then also not really acknowledging that you're doing that. Like, there's some blindness here in terms of like taking on this competitive energy. And it's not even that you need to take it on, but you do need to acknowledge it in order to move past it. You need to acknowledge that there is like this conflict. Does that make sense? I think acknowledging it is gonna like be a huge breakthrough for you, actually. To be like, oh yeah, people are fighting for me, for my attention. And like, oh, other people are competing with me. Like, people see me as a threat. Like, maybe you need to acknowledge that for yourself. I see you as like a very kind energy, very sweet energy. So it's like, you might like not even want to acknowledge like how powerful you are and how much you might threaten other people. But own it, baby. Own it. Because you're the Empress. Yeah? And the sooner you own it and the sooner you embody that, like, the sooner you're going to get this Four of Wands. This marriage. Isn't it cute? Yeah. So that's the reading. I hope you liked it. Let me know if it resonated. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.